Hey guys, I hope you're well. We have got an amazing session today and we've got the brilliant Brad Burton joining us in a bit. I'm just going to adjust because I've got a little bit of a problem with my stand at the moment. So I can't wait to actually, there's Pippa. Hi Pippa, how you out? Hope you're well. And Brad's watching. I'm going to invite Brad on. Let's see how we get him on. There we go. Add Brad. There you go. Glad you're here. The only thing with this, Brad, is that remember we talked about having to look at the camera. Hey, Alexander. Hey.
Hello, champ. Let's go.
How you
Boom.
doing, buddy?
I'm looking there. I need to. You know what I need to do, Mikey? I need to get my eyes, my magical eyes.
I was just saying this. You know, I was just saying exactly the same thing. Brad had a really genius idea. Actually, we're going to go live on Zoom, but then we said we'll go live on Facebook. And he said, I'm going to draw some eyes next to the camera. I thought that's genius.
The eyes have it. One sec, stay there. Keep talking. I just get some. Keep talking.
This is why this guy's a legend. I mean, we always forget to look at the camera, don't we? Especially when it's on the phone. And Facebook want you to go live natively by using phones, so that's why my camera's not set up beautifully.
There you go.
Yeah, good old Brad thought of drawing some eyes near his camera.
Michael, let's go, champ.
Okay, buddy. Well, listen, this is going to be leveraged and split out in audio as well for my podcast, Mic Drop. So I'm going to introduce you and everyone watching. I hope you enjoy the session. So here it goes. Welcome to Mic Drops Up Close. We've got an amazing entrepreneur, Brad Burton, who is absolutely legendary. He's actually done so much in his life. It's quite impressive, actually, what he's managed to do. He's actually gone through some hardships in his times, and I love his will to carry on. And actually, I'll be blunt with stuff that's been happening in my life. It's so refreshing to meet people like Brad. I connected with him quite a while ago, but then joined his network recently. And it's people like Brad that keep people like me going, and that extra sort of like push when you're getting low. So I want to welcome you, Brad. You are brilliant. I'd love you to give it a bit of a lowdown on everything you've achieved, because there's a shitload.
So I am. So this is me, Brad Burton, the UK's #1 motivational business speaker. And I'd say the reason that I call myself the UK's #1 motivational business speaker is because I am. You know, it's funny because this whole thing that I started on, right? I was never born a motivational speaker. I was just born 1973 as a street kid. My dad left when I was 6 months old. I've done 4 years of benefits. My mum brought me up as a single parent. I'd achieved fuck all, like nothing in my life, right? And I always thought, the teacher said to me, I'd never amount to anything. And it's funny because what we end up doing, we end up listening, we end up carrying someone's advice or someone's words with us, and it ends up creating us to be that person. And for 31 years of my life, I'd achieved nothing, Mike, like absolutely nothing. I was always the nearly man, because what I tried to do is I tried to fit in. I tried to be what business owners are. So I tried to be formal, or I tried to, you know, you look at The Apprentice and you think, I know what I need to be a success. I need to wear a matching tie with matching socks.
Yeah.
And actually, that's not me. So 31-year-old, I walked out of a job, £25,000 in personal debt, no income, no idea. Walked out 5 days before Christmas, told my employer to shove his job up his ass. I started a business. Nobody gave me a chance. Like literally, nobody gave me a chance. My wife, who's just out walking the dog, she'll be back shortly. She didn't want me to do that. She didn't want me to start a job. She wanted me to go and get a proper job. At least you know where you stand, Mike, with a proper job. You don't know where you stand. Do you bollocks? Everyone's going. Boots lost 3,000 people. Banks losing people. The Honda 4,000 jobs. You know, you don't know where you go. You don't know where you stand when you're employed. You don't. So I started a business off, I started a marketing business off. I did that for a year. I was delivering pizzas to keep the business afloat. And then I started the business, which I'm probably best known for networking, which is the National Business Network. We're over 5,000 meetings across. Yeah. But you know what? But the thing is, we didn't run 5,000 meetings when I first started. We ran one meeting. That's the thing, right? Yeah. And everyone laughed at me. And it goes back onto that whole thing about the teacher saying to me I'd never amount to anything. At 4Networking's launch, I opened up with the words, "Welcome to the future of business networking," right? And I remember, I was bold. I remember people laughing at me, people laughing and sniggering. And that is my enduring memory of that day, is the people laughing and sniggering. Not, you know, me launching it. And that, as human beings, we're guilty of that. We're all guilty of that. We're all guilty of holding on to this whole negative stuff and not focusing on the positive. So after that, for networking, that's been going on for 13 years. Now, bear in mind, 94% of businesses fail in the first 10 years, right?
Yeah.
So I've been going with no qualifications, no MBA, no university, no fucking investment. You know, I'm delivering pizzas.
You give me people like me hope.
Well, you know, but
it's actually funny enough. The reason why I connected with you is because I heard that before, and it's actually, I had the same. People said the same thing to me. It was at school. I'm dyslexic. I had extra lessons and all this crap. And yeah, I mean, I'm a stubborn bastard. I tell you, I want to prove them wrong.
But Mike, let me explain something. Right? Fucking, your biggest chance of success is this, right? Is your brain. It's how you think. It's like a computer. It's like an operating system. My old operating system with my brain was negative. It was destructive. It was a street kid. I used to walk around Manchester like this. What are you looking at? What are you fucking looking at? Right? And I did that because it protected me from people messing with me. Right? Nobody messed with me. But you know what else it protected me from? Opportunities. Because I walk around with walk around with a scowl. And people do that in business. People do that in business. They walk around not with a scowl, but they wear their three-piece suit and a pocket watch or their formality, and they think that that is what they stand for. And it holds them back from opportunities. People will look at me and go, oh, I don't want fuck all to do with him. Based on what? Because I've got tattoos? Basically because I'm honest? Basically because I look like a drug dealer? Yeah. You know, so and it's interesting, when I speak at the highest level, I mean, I'm talking at the highest level in the UK, JTB, Bentley, Snap-on Tools, NHS, fucking Costa, Sage, JCB, and the list goes fucking on. I speak at the highest level as a motivational speaker. And when I come on there, I walk on there and everyone thinks, who's this dickhead? Straight away, right? And I play up to that. And I say to them, first thing, come on. I go, well, come on like a 10 men, boom. Thousands of people, come on like a 10 men. And I go, hi guys, how you doing? My name is Brad Burton, the UK's #1 motivational business speaker. And people say to me, Brad, how did you become the UK's #1 motivational business speaker? I just made a fucking website and said I'm the UK's #1 motivational business speaker. And the first person,
but you are.
But the first person you've got to convince of your brilliance is you. If I said to you, I am the greatest, which boxer am I referring to? Muhammad Ali, the greatest of all time. Now the reason Muhammad Ali got beat 5 times, the reason that we refer to Muhammad Ali as the greatest of all time is because he referred to himself. So the first person you've got to convince is you. And if you can't convince yourself that you're fucking brilliant, you can't convince anyone else.
That is so true. But from personal story, I've struggled to accept my greatness in many ways, the things I've achieved.
Fucking let me at you.
Yeah, I mean, and there's been some major shit. My son was made severely say I wrote a book, My Little Spartan. I'm dyslexic. It became bestseller. Just my first book, the only book. Got lucky, I guess. And I think the reality is that they're still always learning, and society almost says, I think I've been brainwashed almost by school friends, even sisters Mike, when they're younger.
Mike,
you know, oh you're thick, you know,
Mike,
that kind of thing.
Mike. You know, you just said something then. You just said I got lucky, right? Let me tell you, people say that about me. I got lucky. Brad Burton got lucky. Let me tell you something. There's fuck all lucky about running a fucking business for 13 years, right? That runs 5,000 meters. There's nothing. Did I get lucky when I wrote 4 books? Not 1, 4. Did I get lucky when I get booked to speak like I do? No. That, you know what it is? Decisions. It's fuck all to do with luck. But people who don't like you will say you got lucky. People who don't like you will say you got lucky. People who don't like me will say I got lucky. Well, let me tell you something. Did I get lucky when I got 2 bullets put through my window? Did I get lucky when my dad left when I was 6 months old? Did I get lucky when I've been addicted to drugs twice? Did I get lucky when I've done 4 years on benefits? No, I fucking didn't. Right? So it's fuck all to do with luck. It's to do with decisions. It's to do with decisions.
Exactly.
And your success or failure in your life will be defined by your ability to make decisions. Want more success? Make better decisions. Boom.
Yeah, spot on. It's that talk. It's that boom, mic drop. It's that inner talk, you know, and it's a lifetime of it, you know, that can stick in you.
Yeah. And what you,
it is.
And what you,
but I mean, just
go, mate. I'm just leaving the group. I've just been added to a group with 125 people, and there's all pings there. I've just deleted it. Sorry, go.
Okay, we've got a couple of questions. Going to quickly ask them. We've got Graham saying, "What would be your number one?" Oh, it's gone now.
Go on.
What would be your number one advice for networking? It's gone in.
Be yourself. Because what we end up doing is we end up doing this kind of bullshit version of what a web designer should be or a business coach should be. We end up being this like osmosis, like a mold version of it. And what you should do is be you. See, look at me, right? How many motivational speakers is in the UK? Fucking thousands, right? How many of them look like drug dealers, have a shaved head, are from Manchester, been shot at, written 4 books? None of them. So what I've done is I've created a field of one, and that's what you've got to do. You've got to create, I'm not going to that networking event because there's another motivational speaker there. I'm not going to that that networking event because there's another web designer there. Grow a pair of bollocks, because if your business if you can't work with people or go into an environment where you've got competition, give it up because you ain't cut out for it. So my advice from a networking perspective is be you. And if people don't like you for being you, next.
That is spot on, because the truth is I specialize in marketing funnels and actually lead generation, so like chatbots and stuff like that, mainly for property people, but I go out of that realm. And yeah, I've seen lots of people suddenly starting to do all that sort of stuff, and it doesn't bother me because actually I don't actually promote like I should do, to be honest, but people do get attracted to me because I've got a nice bold head.
I get it. Exactly. We've got something else in common.
Yeah, but they do, and that's nice. And I obviously invest in property people as well. There's one guy watching at the minute who flew all the way from abroad to come and meet me because he liked me, wants to invest with me. But you know, the truth is, a lot of these things are very hard to be yourself when there's so much noise around you. Initially,
Mike,
it was for me.
Mike, let me tell you something, bud. That is how you create yourself, separate yourself from the fucking herd. Because whilst everyone's being the mold version of a web developer or whatever it be, I'm out here doing my thing. And that is why, bear in mind, people said to me, for networking will never work. Well, they was fucking wrong about that. They said to me that nobody will buy my books. They was wrong about that. They said to me, I'm never going to get booked like as a motivational speaker. They was wrong about that. I'm in the market of disrupting industries. I've disrupted networking. I've disrupted business book writing. I've disrupted personal speaking stuff. My next move is personal development. And actually, let me tell you, I'm in the market of doing what I say. I would not say something if I didn't 100% believe in it. Almost like misguided, like RoboCop. If you put a fucking USB cable in my head and actually looked at what my primary directives are, I would tell you it is to disrupt the fuck out of the personal development world. And this is, I'm a man of my word. I do not lie to myself. I do not pretend to be anything that I'm not. Right? And it's that 100% resolve that people need to get. They need to get that 100, not 99.9%. I believe in it, 100%, because when you're at this level, 99.9%, you lose to someone who's 100% every single time. Yeah. Right. Yeah. That's and if you don't 100% believe in your business, like 100%, fuck it off. Go and find a business you do believe in.
Yeah, I completely agree. Which is actually why I went into property when my son was made disabled. Because I need to find an asset generating whilst being stuck at home in a hospital.
Yeah, I remember.
But I was never fully. It's a vehicle for me. My marketing's all I've done my whole life. That's the stuff I enjoy. So it's always a vehicle. I'll do it slowly, but I'm never really gonna. I'm not one of these ones like 2,000 bloody properties.
Mate, I fucking love you. You know something? No, but this is the thing, right? No, we can't all, and this is where it goes wrong. This whole personal development world goes fucking wrong. You can go and wheel someone out now. You can go and wheel someone out, and let me something I'm going to share with you that I've never shared outside of my board. I'm going to share something with you right now. This is an exclusive, right?
Mic drop, exclusive.
Imagine if we've got a table with 100 envelopes on, and I say to you, go and find the winning envelope, and you open it, rip, not fail. And eventually you'll come across the winning envelope, right?
Yeah.
You could go and get any guru in the fucking world and say, right, there's 100 envelopes, 99 wrong answers, 1 correct one. I want you to go and find the winning answer. And guess what? It's a guess, rip, guess. Now, what could happen? What could happen, Mike, is somebody could have ripped the envelope, got the second one, and got a winner. And now what they do Facebook videos to show you how you can do the same. I built a business worth £5 million within 1 month or within 1 year. Now what happens is people go, oh, fucking hell, they've done it, so I can do it. Bullshit, right? Bullshit. But the thing is people want this.
It's true. I've got to say, this is why I connect with you, because there's people that I connect with and people that
I get it.
True, no BS stuff. It's so spot on what you said, and I've said the same thing before to other people. It's so true. And
Mike,
everything takes a lot of effort, work.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mike. I am now 14 years in of working of my own business. 14. I'm 46. I could sell a course. How to set up a national network. Brad Burton, dynamic entrepreneurs, setting up a national network with over 5,000 meetings across the UK. You too can learn the secrets for just £10,000. And people go, fucking hell, Brad Burton's there. He's going to teach me the secrets. Let me tell you something. Let me fucking tell you something. Right? This is the fucking thing. There's no fucking secrets. It's a fucking myth. It's a fucking myth. Mate, I'm telling you. And this whole fucking personal development world is fucked because so many people are bringing their own fucking trousers down at the moment. They're bringing their own trousers down to go. If I think about how easy it'd be for me to sell that course, Brad Burton tells you how to set up a national network.
I could even build it for you.
Yeah, exactly.
I could even build it for you.
But you see, Mike, that's not me. I'm not that guy. You know something? Because I'll tell you something, Mike. I could have 100 people on my course and one person might pull it off out of that 99. But people aren't buying that. They're buying the certainty. And this is what I do. The only certainty I'm ever selling is it's going to be fucking hard. And if your only motivation is money, you've just lost. Because that is you know what? There is entrepreneurs out there that make a lot more fucking money than me. A lot more. But let me tell you something. I don't know one entrepreneur in this fucking land that is as happy as me and as content. Yeah. And everything... Everything
that's pretty spot on, actually.
Mike, everything that every decision that everyone makes in their life is to make them happy, right? Yeah. So you want to get a Lamborghini? Why? Because you want to make you happy. That's what people do it for. And I could not be any happier. Could I make more money? Yes. Would it make me any more happier? No. So what I've achieved at 46 in my life, something that most people strive for in their lives. Happiness is always around the next corner. When I get the next property, it's always going to be when I get that next car. I've got a mate of mine. I went to see him, and he's got an £8 million property in Mayfair. He's going through a divorce at the moment, so that might as well be £4 million property, right? And he takes me down to his basement. He's not a serial killer, to my knowledge, right? And go down there, and he turns the lights on. Bing, 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 bing. He's got himself a 40-seat cinema, fucking ticket machine, popcorn machine, the fucking lot, all like as you'd imagine a 40-seat cinema and a big screen. And I went, wow. I said, do you know what you need now, Steve? He said, what's that, Brad? I said, 38 fucking mates. Right? We end up chasing this. We chase this shit. We chase this shit that we think is going to make us happy, and it doesn't. It causes us problems.
Yeah, but I've got a house that's quite large, it's open planned, it's really nice and all this kind of thing. But I said to people, it's that because my son's severely disabled, we've got hoists, has to have it open planned and so on. And the reality is, I would live in the flipping shed if I could give him a life.
Oh, Mike.
Don't get it.
Mike.
Mike. Envy me. And I'm like, why?
Mike, you're amazing. Mike, you're amazing. Mate, you're fucking amazing. Mate, you're... No, I'm serious. I am fucking serious. You're amazing. Like, as a fucking father for what you've done and the sacrifice you made that you'd swap it all. And this is what I try to say to people. Be thankful. Mike. Well, that's not the intent, but I just want you to understand, you know, you're achieving something there. This is what you're doing it for, your boy. You're not doing it to get a fucking Lamborghini to go and beep at birds that you shouldn't do, right? You're doing it for your fucking boy. And that's what you've got to do. People have got to tune it, the mission in. I swear to you, if someone's mission in personal development is to make a load of fucking money, and my mission is to make a positive difference, I will beat them to the fucking punch every single time. Every single fucking time.
Do you know, it's funny you say about the Lamborghini, because I'm actually going to be rebuilding a replica one with a disability thing for my son. So
really,
I'll never buy. I
get it.
I just don't think it's worth it.
Listen.
But I'm going to build. So let me be honest with you.
If I won the lottery, I don't do it. But if I won the lottery, guess what? I'd buy a Lamborghini. Am I prepared to work for a Lamborghini? No. Am I prepared to stripe someone up and sell them some fucking dickhead course that I know deep down they ain't going to achieve? Am I fucked? I could make a whole lot more money, Mike, if I chose to. I could. But you know,
easily.
Oh, mate, fucking no one's got that stage presence like me in the UK. No fucker.
No,
but what I'm doing is I'm here to make a positive difference. I am just working. I've achieved more in my fucking life, right, than any of my fucking family ever had. Right? I'm the first person in my family to have private health. It's like blows my fucking mind. You know, I was destined to be a fucking bank robber. I was being groomed to be a bank robber, and I'd have been a fucking exceptional bank robber, right? I'd have been an exceptional bank robber. Somewhere along the way, I chose to fight the good fight, and that's what I'm about right now. It's about making a positive fucking difference. And any single person, look, you know, where I went wrong and where people go wrong is they compare themselves to other fucking people. Where, like, in the old days, I had someone 4 or 5 months ago. Oh, you've got self-limiting beliefs, Brad. There's a guru that's got 300. You know what? That guru can go and fuck himself, right? You know what I've got? I've got a picture of my daughter there. I can go and pick my kids up. I can go to sports day. I can go to sports day on the field in my village and go and watch my kids. I don't have to fill in a holiday requisition form. You know what? I could make more money, but you know what I can't make? You know what I can't make? More time. More fucking time.
Yes.
And that's the bit. Let me tell you.
Exactly that.
Mate, you know, you have a look at this whole fucking caper now. And actually, one day, you or I are going to be either looking down on someone and they're holding your hand, or you're going to be looking up and it's going to be on our fucking dying breath. I've had 2 friends of mine die in the last fucking 6 weeks. 2 friends of mine died in the last 6 weeks, right? Yeah. Their mission is finished. It's over. They've got no more dreams and aspirations, no more. It's gone, right? They would give up every fucking penny that they'd earned to have more days. And this is what I try to teach people, because they've got all fucked up this whole personal development world. Oh, I'm fucking on fire now. Go. Sorry, Mike.
No, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it when you're fired, because it shows the true you. And that's what we want. This is why it's called Mike Drops Up Close. And I totally relate massively. And people think I'm mad. People think I was full of shit. You know, I've done courses in property, did really well within the first year, and I kind of stopped, you know, and I'll only do something that's right for the right person. I won't bring in investors and screw them over like many people are doing. You know, if I lost money, if I ever lose, I'll pay them out of my own pocket. It's never happened, thank God. But the point is, you know, there's a lot of people out there that they'll eat,
Mike,
just dog eat dog.
Mike, let me tell you something. They'd have a fucking bullet in the head in my whole fucking world, trust me. But I mean, there's the thing with it. A lot of people doing some fucking horrible stuff. For what? For what? I could not sleep at night. Yeah. So people look at me and they think I'm fucking this, that, and the other. Let me tell you, everyone gets me wrong. I'm the most fucking kind-hearted, fucking... That genuinely, you know what I do in the background, right?
I know, right? What you're about. What you've created is amazing. I mean, the network, the people, Pippa, you've got Gordon, Gordon Goo. I mean, there's loads of them. They're all amazing people. I love them to bits.
Well, really, you know, and this is what I talk about. The wife's here now. I'm live on Facebook. Say hello, wife.
Hi, wife.
Hi, wife. So that was the wife that when we used to live in a terraced house, wanted me to go and get a proper job because at least I know where you stood. Right? And actually, no, but literally, you know, 10 years to the day, wife here, 10 years to the day, she actually sent me a letter to say, look, you know, I've got that wrong. I'm glad you ignored me. And you're going to have that. You're going to have that.
That's nice to hear, because my wife does tell me the kind of same thing now.
No, but you know, but this is the thing is sometimes well-meaning, but it's fear that holds us back, Mike. It's fear that holds us back, that we're scared of being the best that we can possibly be. And this is the
bit. For me, for me, I've had to sort of retrain, relearn, start from scratch, because I'm sort of like building my new life at home with a disabled son and in and out of hospital. So it's very difficult to sort of like not keep on the journey and try and create something like what you've created, create something of my own.
You know, Mike, what I've created is time, right? Like I say, there's entrepreneurs out there earning 10 times more money than me. But, you know, look at why we're doing it. Why do we want to earn money? Why do we want to have successful businesses? It's because we want to be happy. We want to be content. Now, I'm happy and I'm content. So what more am I striving for? Do you see what I'm saying? It's like, I'm happy, I'm content, I've got everything, I've got everything I want. So would I be happier and more contented if I had twice as much money? I swear to you, I wouldn't.
No. Me neither, actually. And that's the thing. I think people they underestimate the power of content.
But Mike, all some people have.
There's always a drive.
Mike, all some people have is money. All some people have is money, and they get it all twisted. I got a friend of mine. He's got a 20 million actually, 20 million pounds worth of supercars. 20 million quid of supercars, my mate. And he is no happier than you or I. In fact, if anything, on the contrary, what he's doing is he thinks that happiness is in the next car. Cars that arrive. But what we end up doing, Mike, and it's something that I talk about, I mean, now what Live thing, is this whole thing about we confuse fun with happy. Right? So when you can't get happy, you do fun. So you can't be happy, I know what I'll do. I'll go and have a half a bottle of scotch. That's fun. I'll go out and And actually, when you're happy, you're less inclined to do shit that's fun because overall.
Yeah. I did it with food, mate. I did it with food. When my son was made disabled, I just put on a shitload of weight. And I made some, and even recently, just lost 2 stone in 6 weeks, and then put on a little bit, and it's just like, mind fuck, things happen in life.
So let me.
You were overweight, weren't you?
Let me show you something. So this is me now. I've got a. I'm going to show you something for your audience.
Go on.
Have a look. That was me. This is me. This is me 10 years ago on working lunch. I look like a fat zombie, right? And this is, I'm just doing slides at the moment for Now What Live. This is my new personal development thing. But the thing is with it, it's so I did that, and this is the bit that we understand. So I was making more money, but I had a health breakdown, I had a mental breakdown, I had a marriage breakdown. Everything's cool now, being a wife. But, well, not everything, but I'm joking. But it's like, fucking hell. And we get it twisted because what we do, Mike, is we kind of believe that we are like vehicles for our business. And it's like, your business needs to be a vehicle for your life. Not the other way around. You should be driving your business should be driving your life of it. Therefore, we get it all twisted. So I mentor. In fact, fucking hell, I just remembered. In the last 72 hours, I've had 2 big hyper wealthy fucking individuals that have contacted me about getting them sorted out because they fucked themselves up. They think that it's like Jenga. You end up putting this fucking big tower of Jenga success, and it's all wobbly as fuck. And it only takes 1 brick, and the fucking lot goes to shit. Yeah. Are we getting any hate there, Mike? Am I getting any hate off anyone?
It's true.
Am I getting any hate off any of the comments?
No, you've got some questions. We've got my friend Rob Jones. He's actually one of my mentees in my mastermind, my marketing mastermind. I can't stop watching. He's live in the opticians. He's got an optician's appointment. He can't stop watching the live. We've got Gordon, obviously. So I'll give you a chance. That's what Rusty put. Safe jobs, Gordon Few.
What was the question?
Already asked the question about networking. Yeah, the question was got a question from Gordon actually. Now what? Question mark. What is the next challenge for BB?
So I unravelled. When was it? 2015. A guy just turned up. He's got some work to do. I just did then. So I unravelled 2015, and I got to that point in my life where everything was right. Everything that was the way it should be. I was making money. I was for networking. I basically got a management team in there. Now they run that business. And they're doing a great job. And I retired at 42. So it was 4 years ago. So I'm 46. I retired. I spent 3 months in the gym. Played the PlayStation. And after 3 months, I asked that question, now what? Because I was bored. It's like, fuck.
Yeah.
I completed the game.
Now what?
Exactly. So I wrote the book Now What on that one. But also, I committed. Shall we tip it? Can we go? My dog tip it. So what I did is I wrote a book Now What, which was this whole thing about getting happy. This isn't about stuff anymore. It's about finding your happiness. And then they created my private members club, the nowwhatclub.rocks on the URL. And then the other thing, as you know, the Now What live events that I run every quarter, which really is about, this energy and this teaching. The next one's on April the 26th at Aston Villa Football Club. And there are 130 people already booked in. And I've got 4 amazing speakers. And that's what Now What. Quick plug. Me, two of my mentors. You booked, yeah, good man. So two of my mentors. Have you been to one before? Have you been to one?
No, I haven't been to one yet.
Shut the fuck up. Really? Okay.
I know.
Well, you chose a good one because you've got an SES guy there as well, the guy, Rusty Furman, who's the assault team leader. So look, the bottom line is that's what I'm trying to help people not make the road to ruin that I ended up with. I ended up with success. I was ill. I was ill as a result of my decisions. And actually what we're all looking for is success. That's what we want. We don't want success. So that's what I'm about, I'm about helping people with that. That's what now what.
It's a balance, isn't it? I mean, it is true that earning money, you can do a lot of good and all this kind of thing. I appreciate all that. But there's almost, I see it in some people where there's an illness. It becomes an illness. Like they're rich, but they're poor in their thoughts. It's like, I've got to save money on this, got to save money on this. It's like, well, why are you earning it all? And I know many people that are like that, and it's almost the point,
you know, people are so fearful about losing it all. If I lost my business, right, tomorrow, Brexit comes along, or there's some change in legislation that says we've got to ban Brad Burton's businesses up to this point, right? Guess what? I would be okay with it because I'd start again. Because you know what they say, where we started this conversation off, Mike, is our biggest asset is this. Right, this is like a hard drive, and my ability to earn now, my ability to make better decisions faster, which is what I teach, is greater than ever before. And that's the bit, is that people underestimate that, and people are so scared of losing that they end up making daft fucking mistakes. And I am, like I say, I'm in this market now of looking at this whole industry and thinking, you know what, it requires a complete fucking raising, and actually it requires honesty. And I think that's the bit that's lacking from business, and I think that's the bit that's lacking from personal development, honesty.
Yeah,
lots of it.
I've seen a lot of sort of like almost fake honesty because it's become the new
value. mate, authenticity. I've never used that word in my fucking life.
Yeah. It's starting to see a lot of people do that. We've got George Christie who just put this. A lot of what your guest is saying, Mike, is spot on. A lot of fools following the dream through the gurus. See, I think there's get on a course and then get nowhere. I think there's always value in a course. I've been on courses. There's always value. I can't knock them entirely, right?
Of course.
It's just the way some of them are pushed, and the way some of people are sort of dangled a carrot.
Mike,
there's obviously people. Yeah.
I had a message today. I had a message today from someone who was going to come to Now What Live, right? 250 quid all day, blah, 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 blah. And they've chosen not to do that. And that's working against us in some respects, right? Because if I charge this at fucking 997, people will be falling over themselves. And I'm trying to prove the fucking point that people want to have the trousers pulled down. Anyway, I've had a message from someone today that has decided they've gone on a course, 1,500 quid, and that was supposed to be the one, and now they're going on the next course, which is 8 grand. But hey, guess what? The guy who's behind the course said, hey, you know what? You've got real promise. And I wrote something here. Let me show you. Real promise. This was like, so this isn't bullshit. Let me just show you what I'm going to show you now. This, you know, this is a slide that I'm doing based on it. Real promise, right? And what they're going to do, what they're going to do is they're going to.
What does that mean?
They're going to lock off the 1,500 quid and take it off the 8 grand so that you can go on the next one. And these people are going, this is amazing. Oh my God, it's seeing real promise, man. What the fuck are you on about? You're being had over and you're fucking going into this environment. You're not going to mine because you've been dissuaded because this person says, hey, guess what? Brad's a fucking bum. And you want to go and spend 8 grand that you've not got on some fucking idiot who is fucking having you over for real promise. Are you fucking daft? Because this is the thing. But Mike, I could turn around and do this. Brad Burton, the guy who changed business networking in the UK, is offering a fucking 3-day fucking summit where you go, and those that show real promise, people fall over themselves. And I tell you what, you know, I could go and tell you now.
It's such a huge network that you have. It's huge. It's huge.
But,
you really could.
But Mike,
you're sticking to what you believe.
Correct. Yeah. You know why? Because I couldn't sleep at night, Mike. I couldn't sleep at night, Mike. Mike, I've got everything that I want, right? What I don't want is to have to deal with guilt and taking money off people who can't deep down afford it, right? The way that you get to the top of the stairs is by starting at, say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But what happens is you sell a course and people think they can go from there to there. They fucking can't. So this person, sorry, go on.
Yeah. No, you carry on, mate. You carry on.
So this person has walked away from a day of sense to actually going, and let me tell you, they are not geared, let me tell you straight, they are not geared up to be the person that this person is showing them real promise. They're not. I know people, I know business owners, I can see them. Trust me, on a scale of 1 to 10, is this person possible to make it? They're a 2. They're never going to make it. They're never going to make it. The only difference is at the end of the magic beans that they've done, the Jack and the Beanstalk, they're going to have 3 fucking beans and no beanstalk with gold at the top. And then maybe then they'll come to me fucking saying, Brad, can you help me out? The amount of fucking people that come to me and say, can you help me out, Brad? I've been fucking done over here by some fucker. And the answer is, unfortunately, it's not my fight anymore. You know me, my club. I will support and I will fucking fight for people. One guy left my club, £40 a month. He left my club, goes on one of these fucking courses, 14,000 fucking pound later, been ripped off. They've no longer returning his calls. It's a bit like being a 16-year-old chatting up a fucking girl. They don't give 2 fucks. They're just blagging it. And this person then contacted me and said, "Hi, Brad, I've been ripped off for the 14 grand. And I said, right, can you get it back from me? And they've gone quiet on me. And I said, mate, you walked away from me from 40 fucking pounds. And I told you at the time, don't do it. And you disregarded me. And actually, I got ripped off years ago. I was 16. It was my first, like, paycheck or whatever. First year of being, I was pretty, 200 quid I got paid a month. I used to work in a shop. And this guy came in and he smoothed me beautifully. Right, and he showed me these he showed me these booklets from a video camera, a big telly, and he said, "Hey," he like built the confidence up over time, and he said, "Yeah, he wants 200 quid for these, the lot at the end of the thing, and worth £1,000. Why? Well, they fell off a back of lorry, and he's got loads of them." Okay, so I then met him to go and buy these stolen goods at 16, give the guy the money. He then goes through a ginnel. He says, "I'll be back," and I'm there, sat in my mate's car, waiting for me fucking stuff. Never happened. So then I goes to me dad at the time, and my dad was a bit of a villain. I said to me, Dad, this has happened. And he said to me, my dad, he says, I can go and get hold of this guy, and I can go and give him a pasting. He says, but maybe, just maybe, your money's gone. He said, it could be worse. I said, how could it be worse, Dad? He said, it could have been £201.
Oh yeah, just like.
And he said to me at the time, and I always remember this, 16, so what am I now, 46, 30 years ago, this lesson. He said to me, learn the lesson every time. Now, your man who got ripped off for 14 grand, it could have been worse, and I told him the same thing. And you've got to learn the lesson because, so you know, look, I'm not down on this, and stuff has value. I understand that. And if anything, I'm too cheap. I know that. It's kind of working against me, if I'm honest. I know it is, because I can't do the things that I want to do. Because it's so cheap. Do you know that? And I know that. And this is something that I'm assessing at the moment. I'm trying to get this fine line between it being economical.
You could easily.
Sorry, Mike.
Yeah. No, I was going to say you could easily, because you give so much value. But the other thing is, there is truth in some of these experts. I won't call them gurus because it's a funny weird name. But there's a fine line where there's some truth in when they say when people commit a good chunk of money, where it's nerve-wracking a little bit, they put more effort in, and there's a lot of truth in that.
Okay.
So So but it's the ones that are almost they know then they can't promise.
But the problem is that they rely on certainty. They sell certainty, right? So that these fuckers, hey guys, this is Brad Burton, multimillionaire, all this shit, fucking started phone networking, blah, 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 all this fucking wank, right? And people go, oh my God, he's got no qualifications, And if I can show you the way through, people fall over them fucking selves. No, I'm not a multimillionaire. I'm not a multimillionaire, right? But I could have just left that out in the air, and I could have said nothing then. And what would have happened is those people, I never said, do you see what I'm saying? I just blagged it there. And that's what I'm trying to say. Is it so fucking easy for me to paint a fucking picture of me getting in and out of fucking jets, and people fucking believe that that's the life that I lead? And the thing is, I understand the game. And I understand the game because I know a lot of these fucking clowns, and a lot of these fucking clowns, and I will call them clowns, a lot of these clowns I've got no time for. And I'm not mentioning no names because it wouldn't be fair. But I'm telling you, their day is up because there's something called the internet now, and people are talking. There is a kind of resurgence now. There's kind of shit going on in the background where these people's names are shit. You go Google my name, Brad Burton, and then type the word scam afterwards, and look how many pages on Google come up. How many records come up on Google? 0. Right. You go type your guru. You go type your whoever is watching this. You go type your guru's name with the word scam afterwards, and watch what fucking happens. Now, why do you reckon that is? Is it? So given that I've not got a single fucking record, not one, why do you reckon that is? They've got lots. Is it a scam, or is it that people don't, or have they been sold certainty? And that's the problem. So you know.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's also the fact that there are competitors that play dirty games and stuff like that. But you're right, you're spot on.
Get out of it! I've got fucking competitors. I've got competitors that play dirty games.
Yeah, true. You have,
fucking loads of them.
A lot of networks.
Cool.
A lot of networks.
But it's not only that. It's not only my networks. I've got my books and people play dirty games. If you go and look at my Amazon reviews, this is the best one ever. I think it was on the book Life Business Just Got Easier. Have a look at Amazon review. The book came out, let's say, the 2nd of March. The book came out, like it was released. So if you ordered it on Amazon, you'd have got it the 3rd. But mate, there was a fucking 1-star review on the morning of its release. Like put on the same date of the release. Look at the dates. It's like, it's impossible. I had 5 1-star reviews.
How's that possible?
I had 5 1-star reviews. 5 1-star reviews in the first morning. And then I've had like none since. Fucking just people. But people are strange. People are strange. People say to me, oh, Brad, you're like Marmite, right? You're like Marmite. Well, let me tell you something. The reason that people say I'm like Marmite is because they've got fuck all to go on there. They've got nothing negative to say about me other than making some bullshit up. And it's nothing to do with being Marmite. What it is they're jealous bastards because, one, I've got no degree. I speak like I do. I swear. I do what I want. Blah, 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 blah. That's what it is. It's nothing to do with being Marmite. They're jealous fuckers. Because they have underachieved or not achieved as much as me, and that's why they're jealous. That's why I'm Marmite, and people say that. And anyone who ever says Brad's Marmite, ask the question specifically. What's Marmite about him? Well, you know.
Yeah, well, you're right. Exactly. And every time I've connected with you, you're just straight up and honest, which is why I'm drawn to you and your network, and actually all the people within it. It's such a lovely community. It really is. They're really great people. I mean, I'm the first to say I can't always be fully connected like I want to.
I get it.
But because of situations and stuff. But I do see it. I might not be always in it. But I'm watching it. If that makes sense.
Mike,
it's awesome.
You know, with my Now What Club. What I'm about is a bit like the RAC. I'm there for when the shit hits the fan, and I am there for my members well beyond the 40 quid a month. Like I could charge 197 without breaking a fucking sweat. I choose not to. I am there for the people that can't afford it. That's what I'm there for. I want to make that fucking difference, and I think that's really I've achieved everything that I fucking wanted. I couldn't achieve more. You know, somebody said I've got self-limiting beliefs. Hang about. I'm a fucking working class lad from Salford, Manchester, brought up on council estates, fucking 4 years on benefits, and I run fucking largest joined up network in the UK, right? I also written 4 books. I speak. And motivational speak. I mean, some people have actually said you're like the UK's version of Tony Robbins. You hear a lot of people have said that in the straight talking sense, you know. Well, I would say more Gary V. Well, you know, I'd go with that.
A bit more edgy.
Well, you know what? Listen, you know, I'm the Brad Burton of the UK, and this is what I'm about. Is that for me?
Well, exactly.
You know, this is where people go wrong. They try to fucking be other people in boxes. I am me, and I'm doing my thing. Now, what I'm going to let you into another secret. I've got literally 9 minutes, and I've got a call because I'm speaking in Thursday at a big company, and I've got to speak to the MD at 1 o'clock.
That's cool.
I'm going to give you another exclusive. BBC television, daytime television. I've called and knocked as regards me presenting a daytime business show. So
cool, excellent.
Yeah, so that's underway at the moment. Now, obviously, I'd have to take some of my edges off there. But as I said to one of my mentors, I said I'd wear a fucking 3-piece suit and a pocket watch and a fucking top hat if I got me a fucking TV show. Don't you worry about that. But yeah, so it's all happening, mate. It's all happening at the moment.
That's brilliant. So I'm going to just go for one more question,
Please.
and then we'll wrap up on this one. So, what's your go-to kind of like piece of advice you'd say of someone just starting out now? That's just starting out a business or starting out a networking.
Okay.
Just what would you say? I mean, now you said touched on being yourself.
Yeah.
But anything else you'd add to that?
Yeah, of course. It's going to take you 4 times longer than your bullshit business plan says, right? Your business plan may as well have a foreword. May as well have a foreword by J.K. Rowling. It is a work of fucking fiction. But you're not going to starve to death. And let me tell you what an expert is. An expert is someone that has made all the mistakes in a particular niche field. If you want to be considered the expert, you've got to make mistakes. But we're scared of making a decision in case it's a mistake. Fucking trust me. The reason I'm an expert in fucking motivation, speaking, business, blah, 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 is because I've fucked up so many times. And as long as go back down to what my dad said to me, as long as you learn the lesson, it's fine. It's when you don't learn the lesson.
Yeah.
You're not going to starve to death. If you start a business out, you're not going to starve to death. But also understand this, that your priorities are not other people's priorities. So you go along to network and you want to sell these, right? That's your priority. Yeah. Other people's priority, they never woke up that morning and thought, oh, I want to buy one of these. So what you've got to do is you've got to make it easy for people to say, to say yes in all areas of your life. And that's what I do.
No, I love it. I love it. And the fact that you said about, you know, mistakes and learning from that, it's the same as, for me, it's picking yourself back up when crap hits the fan, you know. You had that with your past life, the addictions and so on.
And I wouldn't change a single thing. You know, Mike, you know something? For so long, if you imagine an ace can be a 1 or it can be 11, I was like that. I didn't want people to see my aces, right? And actually, everything that's happened to me, as a motivational speaker, I wouldn't be much of a motivational speaker if all that stuff hadn't happened. But instead of me being like this and holding it and hiding it, I've actually started sharing it with the world. No one has got anything on me. No one's got nothing on me. I promise you, because I put it out there myself. Everything that I've ever done in my life is out there. It's in the public domain. So I've done that to take away anyone. So go.
Yeah, no, it's funny because you said about the aces, and my favourite quote that I put on my slides when I talk about my journey in that is one from Jack London, and it's always about you know, no matter what no matter what hand you've got in a game of cards,
play it.
As long as sorry, was it cut out?
No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
All right, sorry. Yeah, it's like that. No matter how much life gives you a bad hand in terms of like a deck of cards, you know, it's all a matter about playing a pole hand well.
Totally.
So no matter how much crap hits you, it's about how you deal with it after it's hit you.
And that's exactly what I live
by that quote.
Good man, we love you.
Yeah.
Mike, can I just say, this has been joyous, genuinely. Seeing you as a dad and what you've been through. No. You know, I've made millions, but I don't give a fuck about millions of quid. What you have shown me, beyond any of that, is as a dad, that is your primary directive in your mission. That to me, but fella, trumps any fucking monetary fucking dough ever. So you pat yourself on the fucking back for being a fucking super dad. Seriously, yesterday, no. Mother's Day, fuck it. Day. I'm delighted. You're the top man. Top man, you.
Thank you, man.
Fucking serious.
Thank you.
Top man. Fucking top man.
Thank you. Thank you. No, I really appreciate it. It means a lot coming from you. Really, really does mean a lot. And I'm touched by that, man, big time. It's it just means you're on the right path, and that's the main thing. But thank you for coming to Mic Drops. I really appreciate it. You have been a legend, as I guessed. Very disruptive. I love it. I love the honesty.
Okay,
I love the up closeness with it. Been genius, mate. I'm gonna rip this up, put it in podcast form.
I'll rip it up. So can I just say, Mike? Can I just say,
it up?
if anyone's interested, Now What Live, NowWhat.biz is on the April of 26th. Please come and join us. Me and 3 other amazing handpicked speakers, and we're gonna have a day of this really, dealing with sales, dealing with confidence, and becoming the best you. So April 6th, Now What Live, and I'll see you there, Mike.
We'll put the links in the bottom. We'll get them from Pippa. We'll put the links in the bottom.
Gangster.
Yeah.
All right, squad. Take it easy.
All right, guys.
Thank you, mate.
Again.
All the best.
Take care.
Bye,
all the best. Thanks
Bye.
for watching. Cheers, mate.
Take
care, buddy. Thanks, guys. Take care.